Mrs. Bowden.
Are you telling me we have come all this way to mend a flaming clock?
Yep.
George Bulman, there was a personal protection job which I turned down on your behalf.
Would you have come all this way for a clock?
You would not. There was the Globe Market surveillance job, offering us 10% of the money they're losing to light-finger till operators.
I saw that. Oh, there's some good rabbiting to be had up there.
That was good money.
Told them to count the tills.
10% down on the tills they were, George.
Get up! Take him! Hold. Take him! Come on, Green!
No, they weren't fiddling the tills. They had a little till all of their own. The manager said all 10 tills read correct. I said count them, I bet there's 11. He wasn't pleased, but he's sending the money.
Get up! Hold on! Come on, get down! Nice and tight, come on! Take him, hold him!
That's Victor Garforth. It's his clock.
Hey!
Last tackle. Now let's hear. Final classy stroke. Nice and tight, come on.
Would you really rather watch the peculations of the ingenious poor than this? Hey? Come on. How are you? This is my assistant, Lucy McGinty. She's in a paddy.
We're finishing now. Excuse me. They change in the church hall, so it'll be handy for the clock. Very good of you to come at such short notice, really. Victor, where is the clock?
In the clock tower.
How's your head for heights, George?
Sorry to have been so vague on the phone, but would you have come all this way for a church clock? Kettle on. Excuse me.
Are you the vicar here?
It's a bit dark up there. Oh, please don't. We're due for rewiring.
You say
Yes, best if there's only one on the platform. Oh, I'll get the kettle. Oh, could you have a look at the woodwork while you're up there? I'll get a carpenter to go over it before you start work. Anything rotten.
George! Don't look down. That's the main thing. It doesn't help if you watch him working.
clock has stopped in the dark.
I imagine it'll be the detective side of George's work where you assist. Secretarial stuff.
Black, please.
Other people have been to look at the clock. General estimate seems to be 2 weeks. I've got digs for you. Clock fund seems to be in healthy condition. I expect George has told you.
Did you find him in the Yellow Pages?
Yes.
He's not in the Yellow Pages.
Well, I think you'll find he is.
This is a bit hot. I think I'll just nip upstairs and see how he's getting on.
George, you there?
You mean there's another way up? Thought I told you to stay down there.
Are you going to tell me what I'm doing here?
Couple of days off.
The vicar says 2 weeks.
3,000 quid. That's what this job's worth to me. And they've got it in the clock fund.
Oh, since when are you in the Yellow Pages for clock doctoring?
Well, they must have found me in the ordinary directory.
He looks all the way through the London directory and just happens to come across G. Bulman, clockmaker. Ah!
God! Hang on! Hang on! Hang on!
Are you listening now?
Yes! Fish say we have our stream or pond, but is there anything beyond?
Oh, never fly conceals a hook, fish say, in the eternal brook. No half.
You want the fishy bits? You can have them. Me? I've got cleaner things on my mind. Shop! Has he left the country?
I don't know what it wants with mending that clock all of a sudden. It hasn't gone for 15 years to my certain knowledge. And they call it the Crossgate Lion when it went.
It's me that's mending it.
I wondered, with you having the London voice, £9,000. That's what they got quoted. Must think folk are people.
I thought I was coming to a valuable antique. That's not a clock. It's a donkey engine. Shop!
I'll tell him. This young man's come to mend the church clock, Betty.
What is it you want? Husband's gone for his lie down. When he thinks policeman, it makes him come overtired.
Same again.
£1.8p.
Oh, I've been conned, have I?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Willie never pays for his ale when there's a stranger in the village.
I'm a trainee alcoholic.
And I meant about the clock.
The trouble with that vicar is he goes to bosses. No alls and do-nots.
Is there another pub that's open?
Listen to me and you might learn something. The thing is, I've seen that clock. I know naught about clocks, but I know engineering, and there's not a part I wouldn't make, or get somebody else to make, or get fettled.
Christ.
There's no need to take the Lord's name in vain.
Come to the right fellow with him. Mind, it'll cost you. Don't know what that boss of his pays him for doing. He only does a right job when he's pissed.
Well, we better have the odd one then, eh?
There's not much you can't get in Crossgate if you ask about. Anything from a load of coal to a copper kettle. He's a very good elf for a long time. You know, I wish I could place you. Do you ever get in the Bull's Head on Horsehead Street?
Ah, he doesn't seem to be here.
No. He's having a scheme.
I just popped in.
Yes.
Do you want the evening paper? I don't have it delivered, but occasionally I like to glance through it. George's tools? Hefty. Oh.
Yes.
There's some club manager disappeared. The police are pursuing inquiries among known gangland operators. Apparently, he's been mixed up with illegal boxing tournaments, pugilism. Such people lead lives of extraordinary violence. I take our junior rugby league team to Wembley and keep myself fit, train with them, and also with the first team. Sometimes I think, when I see these football supporters, I think, well, I could tackle them. They don't frighten me. When you've played hard rugby, 2 or 3 at a time, you can see them coming. And I think they'd certainly wish they hadn't, little rats. I dare say you think me foolish. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm sure he's a marked man, aren't you? I mean, picture in the papers, every village policeman would recognize him. Never mind his erstwhile chums. Long record of violent crimes. Do you know him from your agency work?
No. But George will. Compliments of the vicar.
I've got the local evening.
He's concerned that I should take a look. I am concerned to know what is going on.
You know, that clock hasn't worked in 15 years.
To hell with the... 15 years? Oh, somebody's suddenly in a tremendous hurry, are they not?
Oh, Dizzy Bowden. Thought he was still in Maidstone. They study him there.
No, he's manager of a club, the Gentleman Gyms. Just had a £20,000 facelift.
Huh. Well, it didn't work.
The club?
If Mrs. Whitehead had wanted the door shut, she'd have shut it.
If I'd wanted the door shut, I'd have shut it. How's the tea, Scallion?
Oh, there's enough here, Lelia.
Where does Mrs. Whitehead get scallion from?
Gordon St. Xavier Bowden, o.k.a. Dizzy. Not mentally stable enough to be a disco bouncer. Broke a young man's back. Fisted his way through a 6-panel door to get at the lad. Took 6 of us to nick him. The door must have tired him.
Doesn't sound like the man in the papers.
Well, if you want to discuss such matters, talk to yourself on the office answer phone. Myself, I'm happy with a clock. And the rent is paid.
Where does Mrs. Whitehead get scallion from?
I thought you'd like it round here. Seems you don't.
What's to like?
Can you find him?
Oh, that's never George!
Me Aunt Jessie put some beef on him while she had him. Scallion. Has he not told you? He was here in 1940, evacuated. Dad away in the army, house bombed. Came here a little scrap of a savage speaking a foreign language. Went home a proper tyke in his Yorkshire clogs. Oh, Jessie cried for a week.
I had to fight for those clogs in Hendon.
Happy days. I want so bad myself. I'll leave this with you if you like. No bigger gap than the one between them as knew the war and them as didn't.
Mrs. Whitehead, is Mr. Garforth married?
Oh, yes.
We don't seem to meet his wife.
The tale is, she's away on holiday. On her own.
He's an interesting man.
Was dry, and no man drinking whiskey and rye. That's when he died.
What the hell's going on?
It's the vicar.
It's us, Victor. Me and Willie.
Good grief, I thought we had burglars. They do say there's a ghost. An amiable one, I believe.
He's in a bit of a state, our vicar.
Yeah, so am I. Must be the late nights. You wouldn't like your 6 pints after we work?
The thing is... no.
From the moment you install gas wall heaters, you get instant, controllable heat. Wherever and whenever you want it. Gas wall heaters, from as little as £127, fitted and working. Buy 2 and save up to £74 at your gas showroom now.
Everything is beautiful.
Dreft has always cared for your clothes in a hand wash, but you can care for them in a machine wash too, with Dreft Automatic.
Are you ready? Feeling good? Bounce to the beat and hit it.
You've got it made with Bachelor's Slimmer Soup.
Stir to the left, stir to the right. Now let's taste it.
Richer, tastier than ever before. 40 calories that taste like more.
Arm up, head back, more, 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 more.
You've got it slimmer suit.
Ooh, that's tasting good. You're looking good now.
Bachelor's slimmer suit. Shopping for the names you can really trust, it's so easy. Want to pay less? Well, you know you can just take it easy. Argos makes life easy for you. Choose at home, that's what you do. It's so easy. A simple way to choose. Come and put it to the test. Shopping's easy. Argos cuts the cost for you. The catalog's free and easy to take it easy.
Pick up the new free Argos catalogue now.
It's so easy.
The answer's yes at TSB.
How long would it take you to get a loan for something you really need? 20 minutes?
The answer's yes at TSB.
Something you want to build? 20
The
minutes?
answer's yes at TSB.
Something you've always wanted? 20 minutes?
The answer's yes at TSB.
Just fill in a simple form. As a TSB customer, you'll normally get a decision on a loan in just 20 minutes. Fast, simple personal loan service. It's for real at TSB.
TSB, the bank that likes to say yes.
This week in Woman's Own, why Terry Wogan says he's working for peanuts, plus ad-free facial wash cream, free. Woman's Own, you know what I like.
Hey, what?
Oh, it's you.
That was the boss. I said 10 o'clock. The thing is, it could have been very embarrassing.
It was.
But tell him now. Let him buy a programme.
What was all that about?
I'm still working nights.
This was a game of chess, not a university debate. I'm sorry. Charge!
You feel the draft? No. My principle, when in danger, is to use the knights as cavalry, preferably in concert You were rather neglecting your detective agency work by being here. Yes. You don't do bodyguard work anymore. Who says not? Lucy. I thought you might do this for me, old friendship. What? The clock. I was meaning, what old friendship? At school. I am doing the clock. Yes, I've been following this Bowden disappearance in the papers. They seem to know something. I suppose the law prevents a more detailed account of his misdeeds. Why should such a man go to ground? He seems prosperous enough. Well protected. He could buy protection. Isn't that what happened?
Dizzy Bowden is a primitive. If he's really got himself a club, then somebody put him there. He couldn't hang on to money long enough to feed a parking meter. Presumably he's to keep him neat and tidy. And they know where he is. You to move.
There's a definite draft.
Barley bungalow on high.
They say fade nights now, I believe. Comes to something when you have to lock your window in a country village.
Why are you locking your window in a country village?
Well, excuse me.
Is George still here?
Yes, that way.
Willie's got some pieces of clock for him.
Ah, but more night work.
Willie only does 4 miles to the gallon. If you want anything out of him, you have to keep him topped up. Willie's in the pub, if you want him. The stuff's by the church door.
Oh, it's Karpov versus Miles. The Karokan defense.
What?
Black wins. It was in the colour supplement. And you showed it to me.
Check.
Karpov didn't do that.
I dare say he bloody didn't. You even used to cheat at conkers. What is Victor up to and what are you up to?
He's got Bowden's visiting card. Bowden disappeared a few days after Victor's Wembley trip.
So?
Victor called you up that same day. I've looked in his diary. And I've looked in yours.
These old churches smell of death.
Yuck. Look, George. Vandals.
Oh, dear.
Miss? Where's the Trinity Club?
This is it.
Well, I'm in trouble.
I think you are.
Christ. Don't swear in the house of God, you ignorant bastard.
Where's Victor Garforth?
Oh, none of your business. Just get out of here, you dirty the air.
Don't give me a dizzy, Mr. Bulman. The head goes now. Now, you know that. Yeah, what's the Bulman? Look, do you know him? Hey? Victor Garforth.
he said he had a club like I had. I thought, Manchester Speeder. Look, he said he had 13 or more lads who could handle anything that came their way.
Oh, he has? It's a rugby team, under 15s. He has you thinking you're repairing a delicate antique, and he has Dizzy here thinking he's a low-life hard case. I wonder what his sermons are like.
Mr. Bulman, look, I've done nothing wrong. It's just, look, I had people looking after me. But now they're not.
Who?
Well, I can't really remember names and...
No one is going to help you if you don't remember names.
Well, it's the head. I can't even find my way about the tube so good no more than either.
Just go back to the digs, Lucy. There's nothing for him here. He'll figure it out for himself in an hour or so.
You won't get no more at this time. He's rung the bell.
Hi, Lily.
Hello. Hi, Frank.
I've got time for another.
I could do with one.
You heard the bell.
You won't get no AT with you being a stranger. Are you with George?
Yeah.
I'll tell him. See, the thing is, he'll be mad at losing his AT trade. Well, I dare say I can squeeze one out of him. I'll see what I can do for you. So, I'll just have a pint. Stay. Do you want to buy a dog? Nice little Jack Russell.
I was looking for the Trinity Club.
Oh, I know where that is. It's on my way home.
Stay open pretty late, does it?
No. You'll be able to see your mate there.
I got into the bare knuckle game, Mr. Bulman. I had Tug Bailey down in a third.
Not bad.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to, but I had my own bet on, and they got to hear of it.
The dreadful duplicity of bookmakers.
Oh, I did that, miss. I got one of me dizzies, but I didn't break it.
Would you mind standing further off?
Hmm? Oh, yeah. But I generally change my vest, but, well, I've been busy. I've been wandering all over Manchester, and then I suddenly thought, I thought phone book. Yeah. Well, it's been days. Hmm? Oh. Oh, yeah.
Safety catch wasn't on.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to use the blinding thing anyway.
Well, I do.
Damn. Mr. Bulman, there was a bloke following me about with a shooter.
Get off the ladder.
Oh, they wouldn't shoot me, would they, Mr. Bulman? Eh? I mean, well, they wouldn't get their money then, would they? What they want following me about for, Mr. Bulman?
Please, get off the ladder, Dizzy.
What?
Damn.
Well,
you doing here, Mr. Bulman?
It's my den!
Oh, yeah. I used to have a den when I was a kid. Couldn't nobody find me there. Happy days, eh? Oh, I'm in your way, ain't I? I better get off the ladder.
Hey. This platform isn't safe enough for one, let alone two.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yeah. It's all right up here. Yeah. Couldn't nobody find me up here. Yeah. You could bring me food. Where's the toilets? Hmm?
It's very late, Lucy. I was in bed.
I need to use your phone.
Phone?
George seems unconcerned, but you have been giving me half a tale for 10 days now, and things are getting a little taut inside me. Will you please tell me, in simple words, what's the connection between you and Dizzy Bowden?
I met him very briefly on a trip to Wembley with the boys. And when his story appeared in the papers, I was interested.
Where did you meet him?
In a club. His club. But we only talked. That's all. Talked.
And you exchanged cards?
No, he gave me his card, but I didn't say anything about what I did for a living. One tends not to. How did you know?
Did you know that he carries a gun?
Yes. It was when I was leaving. One becomes silly and over-affectionate on such occasions. I sobered up pretty rapidly.
Right. Now, have we quite finished with your evasions?
I think so. Yeah. One passes 50 and time for honesty, really. I've followed something of George's career over the years in the papers, and I needed a stranger.
You saw the headlines, panicked, found us again in the ordinary directory.
I dialed 192, and they told me that there was a G. Bulman horologist at the same address.
And you used that to hook George.
You don't have to live here. If people knew that I'd been drinking in sleazy clubs while their precious offspring were rampaging around the hostel, I'd look extremely silly.
Where is your wife?
Excuse me. Gone away. For a few days. She wanted to break, and I thought she'd be well out of it.
Mrs. Whitehead doesn't think so.
You see, QED.
Dizzy Bowden is in the church. Now.
Oh, my God. Looking for me?
Yes.
I've got to get rid of him. At least it's night. And if George is still there, they'll think I can persuade Mrs. Whitehead he's something to do with the clock. Is George still there?
Yes, and I don't think he's very safe. You ought to know I don't much care how silly you look. I'm going to dial 999.
What difference? George's safety will a church full of constables make. At least let us try. There are two of us.
3.
Well, no,
feel better if you were well out of it.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
If you've done a runner on your friends, I mean, you know, regular money, looking after a smart little cesspit. You don't think they did that out of goodness and mercy, do you? Yeah.
Keep me happy, yeah.
How much do you think they turn over on one of their Saturday night slaughters? $250,000, eh? Nice class of person there, eh? All white ties and cigars like cabers.
Classy people, yeah.
You think they really want fingering for watching bones being broken, eh? What time do you generally go to the lavatory?
About 8 o'clock in the morning. It'll be light by then. Ain't nobody gonna go for me when they can be seen doing it, are they?
In half an hour or so, I shall be done here. And I shall go to my rest, gratefully. I don't think I want to bother with you.
I shan't let you, Mr. Bulman.
It's a farce.
With a bit of luck, he'll have gone.
Well.
Yes.
Curious smell.
Well, that isn't Dizzy. Well, it isn't me either.
Aftershave.
Watch out, your dog's about to baptize that pew.
This is not my dog.
George! Not at home. Got company.
Ah, we wondered where he'd got to.
Come on, you. Out of it. Look, we'll lock you in the church until the first bus, if that'll make you easier in your mind. But Mr. Bulman wants his rest.
You've got the safety catch on.
He says he'll go when it's light.
Oh, my heavens. I'll need to sleep. Get an old hassock or two. Are there some curtains or something?
I'll stay.
You are decent all through. I've always wanted to sleep with a vicar.
When you've got a lot on, you don't want a bar of chocolate that's gone in one bite. You want a Yorkie. 7 big, satisfying chunks that last. Almost indefinitely. Yorkie, built to last.
There is a national building society that is growing so fast, it has doubled its size in just over 3 years. It has done so by understanding and reacting to the ever-increasing needs of its customers. This building society moves quickly to help home buyers, giving immediate attention to all mortgage applications. It also has the financial interests of investors at heart, offering a key range of savings and investment facilities. It's a society that builds on its traditional strengths and values by looking ahead to the future. Yorkshire, Britain's key building society.
What's this? Kellogg's Nutri-Grain?
Mm-hmm.
Whole grain flakes. Is that it?
Uh-huh.
Whole grain flakes. No sugar added. Well, good luck.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain. The whole grain, the whole goodness, the whole taste.
You've eaten the whole lot.
So I have.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain. Whole grain flakes. You'll eat the whole lot.
When you need a break.
A coffee break?
No, a different break. A chocolate break.
Make the break.
Cadbury's chocolate break, made with real Cadbury's chocolate. It's easy to make this chocolate break, and it's light and delicious and wide awake.
Make the break.
Cadbury's chocolate break, made with real Cadbury's chocolate. So the next time you feel like a different break, any time of day, have a chocolate break.
Make the break.
Cadbury's chocolate break.
Make the break.
Before I get a chance to turn you in, Dizzy, I shall take it. The consolation is the clock's done. Right. Make tea, Puddinhead.
Where's the tea?
In the club room.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bowden, you don't know me, and you won't. But your mother sends her love. Would you like to come down? Ask your friend to stay where he is. I don't carry third party. Mr. Bowden, I think you should come down here.
Why I shouldn't let go.
Oh, go, Dizzy. Please, don't drop him.
It's not Dizzy, mister. It's someone far less nice. Dizzy, search him. Hang on.
George! What's happening?
And working on the crime statistics, there's about to be a spectacular drop.
That fellow's got a gun down here, Mr. Bulman.
What?
Oh!
What are you doing with that? They're very dangerous articles. Don't point it up here.
I'll break his bleeding neck.
That's right. You have a nice relax.
Don't let him go, miss.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I will not have violence.
I think you will.
Right, you stay where you argue.
You will leave him alone.
I will in a minute. You got a good dentist. Here, you're fast, I'll give you that. But if that's your best punch, that object's in trouble. Victor, look, you're my mate. I don't have a dizzy with you, man.
Don't jog my arm!
Tell him to shut up!
Shut up, Dizzy. We've had enough of you.
Be good, and you shall have your wicked way with that naughty man there.
Honest?
Yeah. Only not here, because the vicar doesn't like violence. Even the villains are looking younger to me.
What's your name?
Now, look, I don't want to know, love.
What about my motor? It's hired.
You gave a real name and address?
I've got a sensitive nose. I want to sit in the front.
Keep an eye on him, will you?
Scallions.
Do you want your photo to take home with you?
Oh, no, there was another one that, something like... Ah, yeah, that's it.
He was my great-great-uncle. They used to say he played the organ all hours, middle of the night.
You remember a thing like that?
It went for him.
What did?
The clock.
Eerie. There's some tools up there you can have if you want.
Ah, thank you, but I was never very fond of that platform.
Quite a team he had in the end, our scallion.
Yes, yes.
Could have washed before his journey. Mind, he never was much for washing. I heard a dreadful bang in the night.
Yes, so did I. I wonder what it was. We shall have to have a meeting of the Clock Fund Committee. There's a surplus. My wife suggests a banner. She's due back tomorrow.
What odds do you give?
Evens Dizzy, 10 to 1 the assassin, Leeds police, dead cert.
Bulman investigates again at the same time next Tuesday afternoon.